Welcome to AutoVanta, your global gateway to luxury wheels, high-performance machines, and the future of mobility. From classic icons to next-gen beasts, if it rides, roars, or races, we bring it to your screen with style. Subscribe now and drive into the heart of automotive excellence. You've seen the sleek, powerful 2025 Chevrolet Corvette, loaded with futuristic tech and head-turning style. But do you know where this legend was born? Today, on AutoVanta, we're taking you back to the very first generation, the classic 1953 Corvette C1. New model vs old model. Let's rewind the wheels of history and witness the birth of America's most iconic sports car. In 1953, something remarkable happened in the American automotive industry. After years of building practical family sedans and trucks, Chevrolet took a bold leap into the unknown. It unveiled a two-seat convertible unlike anything else on the market, a fiberglass-bodied sports car inspired by the European roadsters that had begun to steal the hearts of American GIs returning from World War II. This was not just a car, it was a statement. The 1953 Chevrolet Corvette C1 wasn't born in a conventional factory. It came to life at the General Motors Motorama show in New York City. People were stunned. Its curvy, low-slung body and aircraft-inspired cockpit turned heads instantly. The excitement was so electric that GM pushed the concept into production in record time. Just 6 months later, the first Corvettes were rolling out of a small plant in Flint, Michigan. Only 300 units of the 1953 Corvette were ever built, making it one of the rarest Corvettes in existence. All of them were finished in polo white with a red interior and a black canvas top. It was a look that screamed luxury, sport, and sophistication in an era dominated by boxy sedans. Under the hood, the 1953 Corvette wasn't as aggressive as it looked, but it laid the foundation for everything that would follow. It featured a 3.9-liter inline-six engine called the Blue Flame, producing 150 horsepower. It was mated to a 2-speed Powerglide automatic transmission. While it wasn't built for speed by today's standards, it still delivered an exhilarating ride with its low center of gravity and lightweight fiberglass construction. The Corvette's body was revolutionary. Instead of using steel, Chevrolet chose fiberglass, an unheard-of material in production cars at the time. It made the Corvette lighter, rust-resistant, and easier to shape into aerodynamic curves. This bold move set a precedent and showed the world that American carmakers could innovate with style and substance. Inside the cockpit, the Corvette was all about the driver. It featured a wraparound windshield, full instrumentation, and dual cowls that echoed aircraft design. The red leather seats, white dashboard, and chrome accents made the interior feel sporty yet refined. It was built to make every drive feel like a special occasion. Despite its revolutionary design, the 1953 Corvette faced criticism. Some drivers were underwhelmed by its performance. The lack of a manual transmission and limited horsepower made it less competitive than some European rivals. But Chevrolet wasn't discouraged. They saw the Corvette not just as a one-time experiment but as a long-term vision. The car's limited production in 1953 was intentional. Chevrolet wanted to test the market, gather feedback, and refine the design. And that's exactly what they did. By 1955, the Corvette had evolved into a true performance machine, thanks to the addition of a V8 engine and manual gearbox, turning it from a stylish cruiser into a genuine American sports car. Still, none of those future improvements would have been possible without the bold introduction of the 1953 model. It was the blueprint, the pioneer, the one that started it all. Today, owning a 1953 Corvette is like owning a piece of American automotive history. With only 300 ever made, and fewer than 225 believed to still exist, it's a highly sought-after collector's item. Prices for pristine models often reach into the millions at auctions, and rightfully so. This is not just a car, it's a national treasure. More than 70 years later, the design language of the Corvette C1 still influences the Corvette lineup. You can see its DNA in the sleek lines, the aggressive stance, and the driver-focused interiors of modern models. From C1 to C8, the Corvette has transformed, but its soul has remained untouched. When you look at a 2025 Corvette, packed with hybrid or electric power, touchscreens, and space-age materials, it's almost hard to believe it all started with a fiberglass-bodied roadster from the 1950s with just 150 horsepower. But that's the magic of legacy. It builds slowly, it evolves, and the 1953 Corvette is where that American dream took off. In fact, the Corvette wasn't just about style or performance. It was about identity. It showed that America could produce a world-class sports car that could compete with the best from Europe. It inspired generations of designers, racers, engineers, and fans. And it created a legacy that lives on, stronger than ever, even in the electric age. The 1953 Corvette C1 isn't just the first chapter in the story, it's the moment that changed everything. It redefined what American cars could be. It proved that style and performance could coexist. And it gave birth to a dynasty that would dominate roads and racetracks for decades. So the next time you see a modern Corvette streak by with a roar, remember the original. The humble, gorgeous, fearless 1953 Chevrolet Corvette. It's not just a relic of the past, it's the reason the future looks so good. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to subscribe to AutoVanta for more legendary rides, vintage icons, and the evolution of speed. And don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite Corvette generation? This was AutoVanta, where every car has a story, and we bring it to life.